it was 73% of people retiring today have zero plan.
Just that who the hell is there to teach you about it?
Yeah.
Nobody's giving this to you in an educational course. These chicken seminar dinners aren't creating a spreadsheet for you to say, "Hey, here's how to plan for retirement."
Uh, Agreed. And that's where, again, I always try to blame, I do blame Wall Street, because there's an enormous bias there, because it lines their pockets that, hey, you need to stay in the market and keep everything in the market. And, oh, if it goes down, don't worry, it'll always come back. And while that might be true, and it is true, I don't deny that. That is a fact that it does come back. There's never been a point in time in history that it hasn't. It's just how long does it take to come back?
Mhm.
That's what they don't tell you.
Yeah.
If you look back at the black swan events in the last 25 years, on average, it took about 5.5 years for the markets to rebound, and for the early 2000s and that dot-com bubble bust there, it took 10 years. The entire 10-year decade, they call it the lost decade. There were no gains in the market. You didn't break even until that 10th year, and that's just incredible to me. But
Yeah.
you're right that there's not enough education out there. In addition to that, if you look at retirement accounts and the way that most people save today is through a 401k through their employer. In those 401k plans, they utilize what are called target date funds. And target date funds are basically like a sliding scale of decreasing risk the closer you get to your retirement age. So if you log into your 401k and you see that it says, my mom's a nurse, so she works for HCA. And so hers says like HCA target date fund 2040 or whatever it says.
Mhm.
And so that the year 2040 indicates the year you plan to retire. But as you start to get closer to that date or that year, the risk in the portfolio or in the fund starts to decrease. And the way that they do that is they just shift a position from, an equity position over to the bond position. And it starts to change over time. And so at the end of the plan, you'll have more bonds than you do stocks. But that is such an old way of thinking, and it doesn't still address the retirement planning problem, the retirement income planning problem.